Hi everyone, this is Kristan, and on today's video, I'm going to be talking about the different online retailers that's available in the Philippines, at least the ones that I've used, so I can share with you my tips on how to get a good bargain and how to spot the good deals versus the medyo fraudulent deals and avoid, getting scammed on these online retailers. So, on today's episode, we're going to talk about Lazada, Shopee, at saka AliExpress because those are the ones that I've shopped on. I wanted to share with you guys my experience on all three. Now, let's first start with Lazada. On Lazada, I've been shopping there for maybe over 5 years now. I've been shopping there. And what I noticed is this: Lazada has the most amount of legitimate merchants on their website. And the great thing about that is medyo safe ka that you're going to be dealing with medyo reputable companies and people. Now, not to say that you shouldn't do your homework. So I'll tell you guys what kind of homework you should do for all the websites. But I find that Lazada is the one that's the most legitimate of the three that I mentioned. At least we're talking about local sellers, all right? So Lazada and Shopee both target the Philippine market and they both have local sellers. Um, on Shopee naman, what I did notice is this: they have so much more retailers and so many more products. Siguro mga double of what the products you see on Lazada. That's how many they have on Shopee. But one thing I do notice on Shopee is you have to be careful when you make purchases because as much as maraming retailers and marami siyang products, marami ding chance na maraming dubious retailers on Shopee. And I noticed between Shopee and Lazada, ang advantage ng Shopee is that not only do they have more products and more retailers, they also come out cheaper on a few products by about 20 to 40%. Malaking difference yun when you talk about the final price. So that's why for me, I always go on Lazada and Shopee to compare the price. But if the price is very similar, I would go with Lazada over Shopee. But if the price difference is pretty big, I will just do more homework and research before I make a purchase on Shopee. So, what has my experience been on Lazada? On Lazada, most of the time when I buy a product there, okay naman yung mga dumarating sa akin. And the rare times that there's a problem with the product, I'm able to return it with no frills, no hassle. All I have to do is wrap it up again, bring it to LBC. As a matter of fact, if I don't have the packaging, I'll just bring it to LBC. They'll package it for me properly, and then they'll send it to the Lazada warehouse. They already know how to do that. And I'll just email Lazada or I'll message them on the website, and I got my refund on in all cases, I got my refund. So I've been very happy with my Lazada experience, and I'm a loyal customer of Lazada. So that's the good thing about Lazada. Now, Shopee naman, on the other hand, there were a couple of times where I'd buy something, and when I made the purchase, the retailer or the merchant hindi sumasagot sa mga queries ko. Tapos parang nakatenga lang yung binili ko for a few weeks and it wasn't being shipped. That eventually I would just cancel the order. The great thing about Shopee is that they also have these consumer protection policies to make sure that at least for the most part, hindi ka masascam. What I did was I just canceled my order and Shopee gave me back my money. So immediately, I'm okay with it. And they gave me back my money in the form of credits on my wallet. So I was able to use my wallet to make other purchases in the future anyway. So it's not a big deal for me. So on Shopee, you just have to be careful of mga merchants like that na unresponsive, hindi sumasagot. So ang ginagawa ko is I actually will message the retailer first. After I message them, sometimes I'll ask questions when the delivery is, or do they have the right product that I need, or the right size, or whatever it may be. And if they reply and they're responsive, then that's a good sign for me that I can purchase from them. But if they're not responsive, I stay away from them. So that's one of the tricks that I wanted to share with you guys when it comes to shopping on Shopee. Now let's talk about AliExpress. AliExpress is a retailer, an online site that sells products primarily from China. and maybe other products from Singapore and other countries, I think, but primarily it's from China. And I've tried buying stuff there because what I like about AliExpress is that they have products na talagang hindi mo mahahanap sa Lazada, sa Shopee hindi mo rin mahahanap, pero sa AliExpress mahahanap mo. I'm talking about products like, for example, yung hood strut para sa kotse ko. Pag open ng hood, yung panghawak nun, yung sticks na humahawak sa hood ng kotse mo. I couldn't find that here in Lazada or Shopee. I found it on AliExpress. And also yung certain parts, replacements, whether it's for your car or for your computer or whatever it may be, nuts and bolts, alam mo, they have almost everything in AliExpress. And you can buy in single quantities, small quantities, and that's the amazing part about it. And for that reason, I like AliExpress. But having said that, the problem I have with AliExpress is this, and I'm not sure if it's AliExpress or is it just their shipping company or courier and they're not aware of it. But sa AliExpress, even if it states that it's free shipping, what I notice is that when it arrives here, I'm being charged with a warehouse and handling fee of 500 pesos approximately, regardless of the amount of whatever was shipped, even if the shipping fee was free. Actually, the times nga that the shipping fee, meron, it was still cheaper than the freaking handling and warehousing fee. And this is the courier is a big one. It's FedEx or is it Air 21? I think they're the same company. And they tell me this excuse and it doesn't make sense to me because it's immediate from the from the warehouse, from another country straight to my doorstep. Why are they charging me for warehousing fee? They should be able to deliver immediately and there should be no fee for that. And if there is, they should state that upfront when you're making the purchase so you understand that that's tacked on to the price. So I'm not sure if it's AliExpress or is it just FedEx that's trying to earn some extra money, and I'm not sure if that's completely legal or there's a loophole to that the government should look at. Like the DTI should probably look at that because I really believe that there's a scam there for them to try to earn more than they should. So that's the only problem I have with AliExpress. Aside from that, if you're desperate to find a product that is not available on Lazada or Shopee, AliExpress will most likely have that product. Now, why do I shop online? Why do I prefer shopping online versus shopping in brick and mortar stores? It's this. Online has always been, for the most part, cheaper by 20 to 60% than retail. I'll give you an example. The car parts I've been buying. Did you know that like an HID bulb that I bought in Toyota to replace for my Camry cost me 10,000 per bulb. When I bought it on Lazada, it only cost me 1,600 pesos for a pair. And I was getting ripped off by Toyota and I was pretty upset about it. And now the bulb I use works just as well. So you have to make sure to start canvassing around because otherwise you're going to get ripped off. And I've been ripped off so many times that I know this already. I'm sharing this information so that you guys will also learn from it. So that's why I shop online. Every time I actually go to a store, I'll look at the price and then I'll go online and check the price on Lazada or Shopee before I make the purchase. And if it's a big price difference, I'll probably buy it online. Unless I can't wait anymore, then I'll just buy it at the store. If the price difference is small, I'll probably buy it at the store. So that's why I like buying online. So now let's talk about the different tips I have for people that want to shop online and how you can avoid getting scammed. So the first tip that I will tell you guys is this. When you're going to buy a product, look for the merchant who has the highest number of product sales. The reason you want to do that is if they've sold that many products, chances are they're able to fulfill the product and they're legit. All right? The second thing you look at is the reviews. Kasi kahit na marami sila nabenta, kung maraming negative review, then that's not a good thing either. So what you do is you check all the good reviews and the bad reviews and you weigh it. May ratio that you will be comfortable with. Ang ibig ko sabihin ng ratio is gaano karami yung bad review versus the good review. For me kasi, if let's say 500 people reviewed it and 490 have glowing reviews and 10 have bad reviews. I'll read the bad reviews also and see if there's a commonality sa mga review nila. But I'll weigh it against the 490 that said it's okay. Majority said it's okay, I'll probably buy it. So depende na yan kung ano yung risk appetite mo. What you're willing to risk in terms of the review. So yun yung sa akin. Or I'll read the review if it makes sense or not. And then I'll base my purchasing decision from there. So that's one. But I've also bought from retailers that don't have a lot of products sold yet. And I'll take a chance. But what I'll do is before I take a chance, I'll check the retailer rating. You have to check the retailer rating. It usually states it there. I know how responsive they are and how satisfied their customers are. Nakalagay yung rating doon. And from there, I actually also chat with the retailer to ask them how long is your delivery time and do they have the product or the color or the specs that I'm looking for and is it available? And then that's how I kind of like determine if I'm going to make the purchase with them or not. If they're responsive, they usually will get my sale. If they're not responsive or they take too long to respond, probably won't buy from them if that's the case. Now, those are my tips for online shopping. Now, let's talk about payment options. Ako, personally, I prefer paying with my credit card or GCash or any other online payment. Some people prefer COD. I'll tell you why I don't like COD. I just don't like holding on to filthy cash. Kasi especially now with the pandemic, with the lockdown, everything, it's kind of scary to be holding on to cash kasi you're going to be transacting and exchanging that. There could be a lot of microbes, fungus, bacteria, virus, you name it. It could be on that thing and you could get infected. That's why I don't like using cash. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what about my safety as a consumer? Paano kung hindi ma-deliver yung product or baka defective yung product? Okay. So here's, again, is my experience. So, on Lazada, if there's a problem with the product, I'm able to return it with no problems whatsoever and I get my money back. They're good that way. On Shopee naman, what I've noticed is that the few times that the seller was not able to ship the product immediately, I can cancel my order and the payment doesn't go through. There's actually a payment protection feature on Shopee where you have to click order received when you get the order. And I think it's only at that time when the seller gets paid. And even then, Shopee will make sure, I believe, that if there's a problem with your product or it's defective, you should be able to return it with no problem. I've just never tried it myself because I've been very careful. And most of the products I've gotten from Shopee, I've been happy with because I'm very careful. So that's why I'm okay with online payment methods. And for me, that's the best way to go because the last thing I want is for the delivery guy to text me that they're on their way and then I have to wait and I have something to do just because I need to pay for it pa. I'd rather tell the delivery guy, leave it downstairs. I'll just pick it up when I'm ready at my own convenience. And I don't have to worry about payment or anything like that. That's why I prefer paying online. But for me, that depends on your appetite, on what you're comfortable with. But if your worry is your account could get hacked or anything, the chances of that are fairly low. Although it's happened to me once, usually the credit cards are very vigilant about it and they understand. And I have never been charged for a fraudulent transaction on my credit cards. And that's it. That's my experience on online shopping and some of the tips that I have for all of you online shoppers out there. If you enjoyed this, please follow me on my YouTube channel, subscribe right there, or click on the notification button as well so that you'll get notified of all my new videos. And also follow me on my Instagram at I am Chris Tan. Thanks everyone for watching and I'll see you on the next video.